Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the news briefing this Wednesday, July 8th. Well, scammers are always trying something new, as we all know, and PG&E is warning that scammers are targeting their customers by threatening to disconnect your service if a payment isn't made. And it's scary enough that there have been dozens of incidents in Monterey County. And so we're very pleased to have Jason King, Operations Communications with PG&E, here to talk about this scam and how we can protect ourselves. Hi, Jason. Thanks for being here.
I really appreciate you having us. Give us a chance to warn people in Monterey County about some of the emerging scams that we're seeing. So the one thing that hasn't changed is that when scammers call you, they're going to threaten immediate disconnection if you don't make immediate payment. And then they're going to ask for they're going to ask you to pay using a specific type of payment method, like a money transfer, like a Zelle or a Green Dot card. What's different with this new scam is after making the call to a customer and threatening the disconnection, they send the customer a barcode or a QR code via text or email, and they instruct the customer then to go to a business like a Walmart or a 7-Eleven and to present that barcode to a cashier to make payment. What that then converts into is a prepaid debit card that the scammers are able to siphon money from immediately without hopes of getting that money back for the customer. We've seen 61 instances through the end of May in Monterey County alone this year. Throughout our service area, our customers have lost over $200,000 this year to scammers. That's why once every quarter, we do a campaign to educate customers about the latest scams and what to keep an eye out for to avoid falling victim. What we really need customers to know is, one, PG&E won't call you and threaten immediate payment and threaten immediate disconnection if you don't make immediate payment. If you get a call like that, we want our customers to hang up, and then they can either call our customer service line to confirm their billing details, or they can log into pge.com, my account, and confirm their billing details there. Those are the two best ways to do it. Another thing for customers to keep in mind, PG&E will never ask you to make payment using a specific payment method, like a Green Dot prepaid debit card or Zelle or via a barcode. And what's kind of ingenious in an unfortunately a evil way about this new scam is customers who are from underserved communities often use stores like Walmart and 7-Eleven for bill payment services. So this is exactly what a lot of those customers would normally do to pay their utility bill. They would go to a 7-Eleven. They would go to a Walmart. They would present a barcode to pay their bill for customers who maybe don't have access to banking services, things of that nature. So that community is especially impacted by this scam, potentially, just because it's such a familiar way for them to pay their utility bill. If there's anybody who has questions, that's the main messages we need to get across. If you get a call threatening disconnection, just hang up and then log into your account or call us to confirm your billing details. And two, we will never ask you to make payment using a specific payment method, like a prepaid debit, a barcode, or a money transfer like Zelle or Venmo. Like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions. Really appreciate the opportunity to get the word out to our customers in Monterey County so they can avoid falling victim on these.
And thanks for being really thorough about it. And if any of our media partners want to put a question in chat, you're welcome to do so. But I'll start with the questions that I've already got. The scammers are ingenious because they're using a method that is comfortable for some people. But isn't it a red flag that even if you get scared by a call like that, you've never paid a PG&E bill in that way? So at what point you kind of want to, you hope that that moment will kick in, that maybe this doesn't seem right, but they really do prey on, the comfort level of people who are used to a certain type of method of payment, and then the fear of losing their service.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen on a typical call like this is the scammer is going to try to create a sense of panic because if they can speed that customer up and get them not thinking things through and not thinking clearly, that's when they've got their victim. So we just want everybody to remember, get a call like that, just take a deep breath, hang up, because it's likely not us. And you can then verify whether it's us by either calling our customer service line or logging into your account at pge.com.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if it just doesn't feel like right in the moment, that I mean, if it really is you, then they wouldn't mind if you said, hey, I'm going to verify my account and call you back. Or if it's you, you're going to call them again. But that way they can take a moment, take a breath, and then double check, oh gosh, I don't owe anything. This doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I mean, and it's across age groups. I mean, we do see underserved communities and seniors being maybe falling victim at a slightly higher level, but it's across age groups. And sometimes they just catch they catch a person in the right moment. Somebody's already stressed about something, having a stressful day for whatever reason, and then they get lucky at times. That's why they're so persistent in their calls. The customer might, I know the scam calls I see that come through on my cell phone, they'll keep trying you, even if you hang up, even if you pick up and say, I know this is a scam, and hang up. They're just going to keep calling to try to catch you at a moment where you might be vulnerable.
Jason, thank you so much for walking us through all this. And just a reminder, if it doesn't feel right, if it just doesn't feel right, take a minute and don't engage, don't get caught. Who knows, maybe somebody has a past due bill. It's just not this way to pay your bill.
I appreciate the time.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. And would you remind people where they can get information, how they can access their account?
Yes.
And anything that they might need if they got a call like this?
Yeah, so to log into your account, if you haven't created an online account with us, you can do so at pge.com. And then by visiting the My Account tab on there, you can create recurring payments so that you're never behind. You can store your payment methods for automatic billing, and you can check your bill details. We encourage customers to do that because there's also energy use data on there that'll help you know how you're managing your energy use and whether there are ways you can lower your bill, especially during summer months.
Great information. Jason, thanks so much for being here with us today. Appreciate it. So on to our next topic. The Monterey County Commission on the Status of Women's 2026 Community Survey is now available and online. You can help provide a better understanding of the needs of women in our community. The survey includes a variety of questions about housing, safety, equality, and health, and just how is this information going to help women? Well, we're going to find out about that. We're very pleased to have Adriana Narez-Tapia, who's with our County of Monterey Department of Social Services. And also, I'm thinking we might have Alyssa Smith with the commission. I'm not seeing her, but Adriana, I hope you'll start us off.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, Alyssa couldn't make it. Sorry, so I'll be taking the Spanish. I'll be doing Spanish and English if available for me to do so. I will be doing that.
Yes, and I wanted to let people know that we will do the presentation in both English and Spanish because the survey is available in both English and Spanish.
Correct. Thank you. And thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure being here. And I want to make this call today to invite all the women who live, who work, or study in the County of Monterey to participate in our 2026 Women's Survey. The purpose of this survey is to hear directly from the women in our community. We want to better understand their needs, the challenges they face, and the opportunities they believe are important to improve their quality of life. Their feedback will definitely help shape future recommendations and efforts to improve the lives of the women throughout the County of Monterey. The recommendations that we emerge or that we receive through the survey will be presented to the Monterey County Board of Supervisors on September 22nd, helping ensure that the voices of the women in our community are reflected on those recommendations. The survey is completely confidential. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete. Available both in English and Spanish. We definitely encourage everyone to share the survey with their family members, with friends, coworkers, and community organizations. The more women who participate, the better we can understand the needs of our community. And basically, thank you. This helps us build a county where every woman has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you. And if the survey is available. We oversee the survey here at the Department of Social Services. So you'll find it also if you join in through our the Department of Social Services website. You'll have the Commission on the Status of Women. You'll be able to find more information on the commission as well. And we hold seats. There's 15 members appointed by the Board of Supervisors that hold a seat in the commission. Thank you, Mia. And I think I want to go ahead and do it in Spanish now. So muy buenas tardes y gracias por recibirnos. Mi nombre es Adriana Narez-Tapia y brindo el apoyo al personal de la Comisión sobre la Condición Jurídica y Social de las Mujeres del Condado de Monterrey. Hoy queremos invitar a todas las mujeres que viven, trabajan o estudian en el Condado de Monterrey a participar en nuestra encuesta de mujeres. El propósito de esta encuesta es para escuchar directamente la voz de las mujeres de nuestra comunidad. Queremos comprender mejor sus necesidades, los desafíos que enfrentan y las oportunidades que consideran importantes para mejorar su calidad de vida. La información que nos comparta nos ayudará a desarrollar futuras recomendaciones y impulsar esfuerzos para mejorar la vida de las mujeres en todo el condado de Monterrey. Las recomendaciones que ustedes proveen en la encuesta serán presentadas a la Junta de Supervisores del Condado de Monterrey el 22 de septiembre para asegurar que las voces de las mujeres de nuestra comunidad, estén representadas en esas recomendaciones. La encuesta es completamente confidencial y solo toma aproximadamente de 3 a 5 minutos en completarse. Está disponible en inglés y en español. Invitamos a todas las personas a compartir la encuesta con sus familias, con amistades, compañeros de trabajo y organizaciones comunitarias. Mientras más mujeres participen, podemos comprender y ayudar a nuestra comunidad en las necesidades que se han descubierto sobre la encuesta. Gracias por su participación y por ayudarnos a construir un condado mucho mejor donde todas las mujeres tengan la oportunidad de prosperar. Thank you. And any
Thank you.
questions?
Adriana, thank you so much for doing that presentation twice. And if there are any questions from our media partners, you're welcome to put them in chat and I will ask them. But let me ask you a little bit more about the survey and delve into it, because I did take the survey and you're right, it only takes a very short amount of time. And what I found very interesting was, as I went through it, I looked at the questions and asking about the challenges and the issues that face. There were many that I faced in the past and many different ones that I'm facing now. And I think it's really really important for women of all age ranges to take this, because something that I'm experiencing now is someone else is not experiencing in their age group. And you've got to hear from everybody to know what is happening out there for women.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am. And that's why we decided to do this survey yearly, because every year the individual that might take it, you might say, I took it last year, but the change is different. You may have a different living situation. You may have a different employment situation. You may have now different necessities that probably last year you didn't encounter, and life changes. So yes, please take it, because it's a matter of, we all have some type of needs at a certain time, and it's really important that we hear it and that we voice it out and that we bring them forward. Right? We want to make sure that we reach to the different areas. That's why I am here today, because I want to make sure that I reach and that our community partners share our survey, so that we ensure that we make those voices heard, at least bringing them forward into our community. So yes, please, and of all ages, if you work, if you live or share with residents here in the area here in the county, please. Thank you.
And here's a question for you. What concerns have surfaced in the past surveys, and what has the county and how has the county addressed them in previous surveys?
One of the surveys, yes, that we've encountered was equal pay. How the equal pay was not proportionate throughout the state. However, that made it into where we realized that we're connecting with different agencies to make sure that women, we get the equal pay along across the board based on the position, right? Not based on your gender. So we wanted to make sure that we put into those topics, and then we looked into situations like this. Equal pay was one of them. Another one was domestic violence that affected the majority of a lot of the women in our county, and a lot of services were decreasing and our funding was going down, right, for those services. So that allows us to realize that we still sometimes in our county have situations like this, and that their voice matters, and that the woman's voice here in the county do matter. So we've found different things currently right now. As I'm tracking the survey, I could see health insurance being something that is bringing up to certain areas of the county, right? So it's really important. And the more that we take on the survey, the more participants, our data could expand, and then we could collect more data to make sure that we present a clear vision or a clear issue that we may be seeing in the county. So that's why it's really important for everyone to participate regardless of the age, and the needs will vary based on the participants that take the survey. So
Well, and you brought up something really interesting, which is data.
Mhm.
If you have issues that affect people and you want to put services in place, data is what you need to go to bat for those services. And so people may look at a survey and go, I don't know what will it really matter, but it really does matter. And people can know that, maybe they're one, but if one person says that, another and another will do it. And if the more people who are providing their input, that data is going to hopefully turn into power for you.
Correct. Yes, thank you, Maya. Because I do collect data. I oversee contracts here in the county, and oversee a lot of the grants and the funding that does. And a lot of my plans, I actually have another plan where I oversee the poverty population here in our county, and it is based on data. So we do go out and collect this data because this data is really important, right? When it comes to requesting funding, when it comes for granting opportunities, it's really essential that we keep this data and that we have it, so that therefore we could say there is a need in the county. There is an individual that has this need. So yes, the data is super important when it comes to bringing it forward, when it comes to bringing it for applications for granting. So yes, please do complete the survey, because it's not a matter of, oh, well, am I low income? This is a matter of women, right? Voicing our voice as women here in our county, making sure that we voice it for somebody else as well. So if you have a neighbor that could benefit from this, if you have somebody that you know that they would want their voice out there, like I said, it's really confidential. It also allows us, if you want to get our newsletters or we want to get part of it, it gives you an opportunity for you to put your email, and then we would get in communication, or even to take a seat in our commission.
And you mentioned health insurance being a hot topic this year. Part of the survey allows women to rank the issues that mean something to them. Is that where you're seeing health move up when those priorities, where some women may say equal pay is still an issue for them, but it sounds like more women are saying health insurance is becoming a big factor.
Correct. We see that right now currently on the individuals that have taken the survey. It's been health that's been on the ranking. We have a few ranking items where you rank, and we see health, right? And we'll see it based on, like, for example, it could be based on their location that they live, or that the resources may not be available, or sometimes the age, right? They may need more help, or they may need more assistance. So it brings us a topic to bring and discuss of where can we look and assist the community, especially, like I said, our women. So yes, it will give you an opportunity to rank based on your needs as you're completing the survey.
And can you remind us where people can get to the survey and take it?
Yeah, so there is a website here. If you go to our website here in Monterey County, when you go and you just type Commission on the Status of Women, it'll take us to our page here that is housed in our Department of Social Services. Once you click on it, there's going to be a section where it says survey, and there you'll have the links. We do have flyers as well. Feel more happy to share them out, but we do have flyers, and I've been sharing them out with our nonprofit agencies and with our community as well. So the flyer is also available there to download it if you would like to share within your agency or department.
And we'll share it too. Adriana, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here. Always appreciate talking with you.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.
And thanks everyone for joining us on the news briefing this week. Our next briefing is next week, and we'll see you then.